Daddy.
he's brilliant, isn't he?
I love him.
Brilliant. I've got a
lot of man
great
love
man
going
Chelsea.
on there.
You know, he's and I said this on the forum actually, that he's what we lost in Luke Chadwick. I think we've got a little bit back in Carl Baker. He's not quite the same player, but he's got that enthusiasm and that lovability about him. And you know, I thought it was brilliant against Oldham.
While you just bring that name up there, can I just say I'm so made up for him?
Very much.
I
so.
really am so made up for
Getting the Man United thing.
Yeah,
definitely.
That's good, isn't it? Really, I think of that.
And it was great in a week like this as well. When Gerrard, I hate to mention it on a show like this, but when Gerrard is moving to the States and is going to leave.
He had a good game the other night, didn't he? Actually?
He did, yeah. We'll come back to that later. But when Gerrard leaves to go to the...
Apparently, that was some kind of a replay of a historic game.
When he leaves to go to the States and Luke Chadwick has a Premiership winners medal and Gerrard doesn't, and he gets to play and he gets to play Man United in that year, it's fantastic. But he was on TalkSport yesterday, and he mentioned us, which I think
Chadders did.
Chadders did.
Oh, right.
And he said, well, Goffey asked about it, and he said, I can't see them not going up, to be honest. They've got a fantastic squad and blah, 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 blah. So. And
he also said he's studying the DVD as he speaks, looking for ways.
Looking for ways to beat them. They're easy to beat. Anyone can beat them 4-0.
4-0 apparently, yeah.
Apparently.
So this 7-0 then. I mean, I just found there was such a phenomenal difference between the 7-0 and the 6-0 against Colchester.
Oh, very.
It was seriously. I know it's just one different, but it was just so much more overwhelming. We were just so much better.
That extra goal goes on. It went a long way.
But the way we played and everything was different.
We commanded. We really did. I mean, like you said, the 6-0, perhaps we were a little bit lucky with a couple of goals, but this one, they could have come from anywhere.
Unlucky
6-0.
I think it was the first time since probably Cambridge City at home a few years ago where I watched the game and you could see from the opposition that they really wanted to find a whistle as quickly as possible. From the 60th minute, they were trying their best to just kill the game, and it wasn't working.
Yeah.
It just wasn't working, and we were really trying to kill the game, and we just kept going at them, and it was great that we showed that attacking threat. What I like about us this season is that we're not showing teams respect. We're going for them, we're getting the goals, we're getting a good goal difference, because that could be key at the end of the season. Yeah. And it was a great day out, and, you know, couldn't happen to a better club, Swindon of the North, etc.
I don't have any dislike for them.
I do.
Yeah, obviously, but...
Their fans were great that day, actually. You know, it always shows...
It must be a nightmare. I know it is, because I've been at the end of it a few times.
Yeah. It always shows, though, where the game is going when the away fans celebrate the second goal sarcastically. Yeah. They knew they were that bad and it was going that far.
Yeah,
but
the second fifth you'd expect.
But there were some of them who were dancing to the Chelsea dagger after the second went in.
I wonder if they were still dancing at the 7th went in. Good luck to them. They were going to need it in the next couple of months. Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah, there you go, indeed. I think generally it was a beautiful, beautiful experience, and one that I'm more than happy to be repeated as often as possible.
About like this season for us, that wasn't the best thing.
Wasn't the best thing that's happened?
Really,
yeah. What was the best thing that's happened?
I think beating someone 4-0 was pretty good. I really don't like him, that Diego Simeone. Sorry, he's just been nailed.
Can you tell what jersey's watching?
I prefer losing 2-1. No, that's my favourite one.
Yeah, that's always good. Yeah. Okay, all right. Well, look, we've got plenty more matches to talk about, which we'll come back on later on. But for now,
listen to the Sticks Radio Show with me, Terry Sullivan, here on Seclo Sounds every Monday from 10 a.m. with guests from the world of entertainment and sport across hearts, beds, and bucks. The Sticks Radio Show online at seclosounds.org.
Right, part 2. And coming up in this part, we give you the opportunity to broaden your vocabulary. We ask you for your verdict on another nomination for the Over, Above and Beyond Wall of Honour. We'll have our say about what fun it is to see the MK win away on Boxing Day, plus the usual text, tweets and remarkably sexy voices. All for you.
Sounds delightful.
This just in. Following Liverpool FC's decision to limit ticket sales for their third round game at Cuckoo FC to a very strict criteria that involved proving attendance at a game that happened 10 years ago, MK Dons have decided that, due to their own growing fan base, this is perhaps an idea that needs implementing sooner rather than later. Announced earlier to Doreen, the cleaner in the Red Dot Bar, Andrew, call me Andy Cullen, stated that tickets for this weekend's upcoming away game at Crawley would now be limited only to those who had taken a breath in the last 5 minutes, only to those who were wearing clothing, and to those that had, at the time of purchase, an actual pulse. Only when tickets had been sold to those meeting these requirements would sales be opened up to anybody else who could actually be bothered to turn up. More on this once eating or drinking within the last 2 months has been added to the list.
Can I just check? Is anyone else actually sitting there thinking of at least half a dozen people who could still get tickets that way round? No, okay, just me. All right. Airwaves and things.
Texts and whatnot. Shalene from Tinkersbridge says, "Don't the BBC know nothing? They wasn't even around in them days, so how could they have won it?" Carl from MK1 says, "If I hear anyone booing again, I'll bring Sean back from Millwall and let him sort you out." Rachel from Thurston says, I actually know Rachel from Thurston, I hope it's her.
Can I just say it's the best scale Saxon I've heard for a long time.
Perfect, wasn't it? Yeah. So why do you hope it's Rachel from Thurston?
Old friend of mine.
Okay. Is this are you fond of her? Do you have a little something
No,
for her?
she's in her 40s.
Okay. Are you suggesting that
By the by.
It is a family
young thing
friend.
then.
It's a family.
A younger woman
It's a
then.
family
Younger
friend.
lady.
Anyway, but she says there's too much of it on telly these days, and I'm getting sick of it. Everywhere you turn, it's there, really in your face, and I've had enough of it.
Does it sound like her?
Couldn't have said no. No, it actually really doesn't. Paul from Coffee Hall says, "Can't really complain about the last couple of games. It's been a great season so far, especially that Walsall one. That's my favourite." Keeley from Stony Stratford says, "Wanted to say hi and wish you all the best for the rest of the season, unless you're a Kingston fan."
Thank you very much, Kelly.
And that's just about it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you can contact us by realising that you didn't do it, and that they didn't do it, but those that did do it aren't around now to say they did do it, so in fact no one did it, or you can use more conventional methods. You can contact us on Facebook, and we're at facebook.com/the MooCamp. You can tweet us using the hashtag the MooCamp during the show. You can email us at radio@moocamp.com. You can text 80085, but please remember to start your message with FC United of Manchester have therefore won the European Cup 3 times, or else it won't reach us. Or you can text direct to the studio on 07848 930 396.
The lexicon of chaff. Of chaff.
Hello, Kiddie Winkles. And welcome to the Lexicon of Chav, where each week we educate you, yes you, the educated elite, into the ways of the feral underclass that seemingly run our planet, by providing you, yes you, detailed translations of common street talk. This week, the word under scrutiny is Chrizzle. Common usage. Man's bare buzzing to see the response from the fan about the Prezzies man Nick for him for Chrizzle. Definition. I am ever so excited to see my family's reaction upon opening the presents I spent time purchasing with my own benefit income. Widely, and this time correctly, believed to have originated from the 2004 hit film The Football Factory. Yep, just that. Danny Dyer. In it.
Oh dear. Please text your applause in for that. It's important that you
There's a
do.
new one. Text your applause.
We still don't have a theme song for this, so I'll put it in the wrong place. Let me do that again, because that's a silly place to put that. Let me put it over there so it's not too loud. Go away, stop that. Yeah, over, above and beyond, the Wall of Honour. We haven't done this for a few weeks, but we've got a few of them sort of stacking up, so I wanted to start getting them out of the way now. First thing to flag up, just a reminder of who's already on the wall. I think we have 3, well, technically 4 people, but 3 nominations that have made it onto the wall so far. We have Carolyn and Lisa for services to mascot posteriors. We have young Albie of this parish for getting Robbo the job, and Anne-Marie for putting up with her husband. This week, we have another nomination, which is for Camden Paul and modders of this very parish. The two of them spent most of their Monday night trawling, sorry, not just Monday night, Monday, full stop, trawling through Twitter looking for football fans all over the length and breadth of this very country who had seen through the media frenzy that was, although really it wasn't, purporting to be that game, purporting to the fact that that game was a rematch of the 88 final. Although both risked life and limb and a lengthy stay in Twitter jail for doing so, both managed to up their own tweet count by nearly 4 figures at the end of the exercise. And it did seem like I popped in every now and again and you were just still doing it. Retweet. Everyone who was essentially following the sword of truth and justice was retweeted.
The lovely thing was, no one was from Milton Keynes.
They weren't.
Not one person was from MK. It was the whole country that were getting behind it. And that really was the good thing. I think people have actually seen the light. And
Actually, I think it's started to become to that point now of internetism, where AFC Wimbledon have become so loved.
Stop. Did you just use
the W word?
Internetism.
I'm not sure if you're not sure if you're aware, Jazz, but I do create a lot of strange words.
Well, that's like a Internetism. I like it.
Those lot, anyway. You've put me off track.
The internetists. The internetists.
Yeah, it's actually become quite a hipster motive to dislike AFC Wimbledon.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. See, that causes me problems because I have a natural inclination to be going against the herd.
No, but since they got, I have noticed from a lot of League Two clubs, it must be said, that since they got promoted, a lot of teams who go there is the teams who come to their ground. So when AFC come to their ground, it's the friendly supporters, whatever. But when they go to Kingsmeadow, apparently it's horrible when they don't like them and they're horrible X, Y, and Z. So it's growing. The dislike is growing.
Okay,
we were right all along.
I don't like them. I came to the conclusion tonight whilst vacuuming the living room.
As you do. Women.
Trying to not suck up a kitten kind of thing. That I thought to myself...
We've all struggled with that one.
That being a man of my heritage, I have now decided that I dislike them more than I dislike Celtic. Not just because of what happened the other night.
No, that is controversial.
Yeah.
But that genuinely, honestly, I just cannot stand the sanctimonious, self-righteous idiots at every single last one of them.
I've actually incidentally just got a text in from my dad.
Couldn't see from Neil Lennon there.
Yeah, this is from a week ago. It says, ahead of the up and coming Edinburgh derby, I've come to the conclusion that I dislike AFC more than I dislike Hearts of Midlothian. You spelled that a bit wrong there. Obviously, you're a week late there, Derek, but keep up.
We would expect nothing else.
Nothing else. No.
I'm trying to think. I really should have had better music playing while you were talking then, or had some music playing while you were talking then. But
I mean, my dislike for them to go off again is a totally different thing from my dislike for Celtic. I dislike Celtic because it's just in me, it's just how I was brought up. But I had no real opinion on them up until about 2 or 3 years ago. But I just cannot abide any of them. Not one of them. And as I've said before I come on here, I always have got one eye on this game, sorry. I always have a quick troll through the old, it's not the MooCamp now, whatever it's called, and there's even a couple of them on there, and I cannot believe for the life of me why those blokes are allowed on there. I just would not have that. I'm sorry.
It wasn't so much the fact of what was going on, them talking about it. It was the fact that they were still clinging on. 88 was theirs, and I said something, and it was the first thing that Neil Ardley said in his interview. I don't know if you saw the post I made the other night. I said AFC Wimbledon stating they're proud of their first appearance ever in the third round of the FA Cup, yet they don't dispute or refute the fact that they've won the cup in 88. And I just thought, hang on.
It's double think, isn't it? This is 1984.
They're making a statement, Rodders. They're making a statement.
Did you see his interview just before it kicked off?
Bath Womble.
That's who that is,
You reckon it's him?
Yeah. I would be surprised. Did you not see it? Did you stop watching it by then?
I think that was the bit that made me stop watching it.
I just thought to myself, I don't care. I know that the BBC have got had to sell it because they got hammered a bit for their FA coverage this year. Yeah. So they had to have a game where, they hung something on it. It's just some lazy journalism, but
it was, yeah.
It wouldn't take 5 minutes for them to actually say, the truth. It would literally have taken about 10 seconds to tell the truth, but to bang on continually, it's a rematch. Yeah. No, it isn't. How Can it be?
And everyone knows it's not.
The highlight of that game